Hello, good day everybody, welcome back to the main BTS channel for the Manila Masters China Qualifiers. We have here Vici Gaming versus LGD, so this is I believe the lower bracket finals, and of course introductions. My name is Hades, joined with me Kips. Hello Kips.
10 seconds remaining.
Test. Alright, hello Kips, can you hear me?
LGD's turn to ban.
Yes, I can.
Alright, so you got the Abaddon pick, you got what you wanted.
Yeah, I was looking forward to that one. I think LGD were not scared of facing it after beating it just now in the last game, but Vici has been picking it a lot more than LFY, so I am curious to see if they can actually handle it.
Alright, but okay, before we actually get too much into the draft, is there any particular team you'd favor in general, like based on performances? Like, I believe Vici Gaming did perform slightly better during the Kiev Major Chinese qualifiers compared to LGD.
Yeah, I think they did. I don't actually remember because I didn't quite follow China. If I was awake during that time, I was following SCA. But based on the names alone, I would usually just go for Vici. So they are my favorites here. But that doesn't actually mean too much because, as I said, I have mostly been following SCA and Europe so far. And they actually did take a second melee core here together with the Abaddon, which is always risky. So I do hope they have a plan for the third one they're going to pick up.
10 seconds remaining.
Because otherwise you're going to get too melee heavy, and LGD actually just really killed a draft just like that.
That's true. I mean, back to that LGD LFY series, the one which was on the BTS2 channel, maybe actually played a really mean Invoker. Like, and not to mention, once you hit that level 25, was it minus 18 seconds on your tornado cooldown or something?
Yeah, tornadoes for days.
Yeah, you're just basically stuck up feeling. Well, you can have a good look at the clouds, I guess. Just continuously stuck there forever. So tornado EMP, rinse and repeat. And yeah, I think as a Sven that game, that was really hard. And you, oops, sorry, excuse me. And just when you thought that, BKBs were the solution, not really.
Yeah, that was really good fighting choice from LGD there. They used the Tusk and the Invoker to make sure that LFI needed to pop the BKBs. And as soon as the BKBs went off, they put Static Link to work. They threw the Warlock Rock on there. And then, well, the Sven hit like a wet tissue.
It's pretty nice as well to see that LGD with this, with this roster, that they're doing okay. Because, maybe there was there's this kind of, I would say, a bit of a debate, since he hasn't exactly been able to shine like the player from previous patches. At least with the old LGD when Xiao Wei was still with them. Like now with this roster, it kind of feels like he hasn't been able to really be in the spotlight.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, how do you say it? If you have a really strong single player like that, you always have to choose where is the focus of your draft. Like, if you put all of your money on him, he might just pay off really well, but that also means that the opponent only has to shut down him if they want to win. So when you have one standout player like that, you really gotta choose whether or not you actually also... You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
My English is deserting me a bit here.
It's okay.
Sorry.
Maybe you need a bit more coffee, and then we'll be back on track.
Even more coffee?
Yeah. Alright, so anyway, face this Void pick. This is something which we also have seen. Like, I feel like with this patch, the shorter cooldowns generally are just more favored because the meta is so quick right now. And Void is such a long cooldown to Chrono. If you don't get anything from the Chrono, basically means there's a lot of downtime and you either farm, and that gives a huge window of opportunity for your opponents to really make some sort of move. But Warlock coming up again, and I realized today we haven't really seen any Warlock bans coming up from either of the Chinese teams, considering how strong it is. And there we go, I was about to say that why isn't Monkey King banned, and LGD, they pick it up, no hesitation. Monkey King off lane? Or is this like that roaming Monkey King?
LGD's turn to ban.
I'd say you go for the offlane Sand King here and roam the Monkey King, put the Rubik on the safe lane, and so they only have their mid left to pick up.
Oh, that's actually
And
really
then
strong.
10
Like
seconds
Rubik
remaining.
lift into Monkey King just banging into you when he gets his Jingle Mastery up.
5
Or even if the
seconds
slow from the
remaining.
Primal Spring, it's just so hard to play against.
Yeah,
Reserve
definitely.
time.
And you can just, the Faceless Void, you can just leave him on the lane. He is not very susceptible to ganks or just getting bullied out, although he won't exactly have a fun time against the Bat Rider. But he'll do fine enough. You can leave him alone. It's not like a Luna where if you leave her, the enemy is gonna jump on her and
Dire
you are just
team
immediately
ban.
behind.
That's true.
So I like it so far.
Okay.
And I guess with the Bat Rider being up, this might this be a safe lane Abaddon? I don't think they've
10
played that yet.
seconds remaining.
Safe
I
lane
think
of
they've
bat.
only had it off lane so far.
5 seconds
So
remaining.
Yang off lane, and is there any possibility that Ori plays the Bat Rider mid? It seems unlikely, but
Reserve time.
because so far he's really
Yeah.
played those those really carry kind of heroes, not so much as a space creating mid. But otherwise, they could also try something a bit more greedy where they run the Abaddon and the Bat Rider in the off lane together and Warlock with the Jug safe.
I mean, it does work. Abaddon is a very strong dual offlaner in the sense that he really enables your offlaner to get all up in the face of the enemies. So if they want to put a really, like a high pressure dual lane there, they can. But it doesn't actually get a lot done. Like your kill potential is not very high, and you also don't push very hard, so you're not
Dire
really
team
threatening the tower either.
Alright, so they take out the
Very-
Invoker last. Ooh, okay. Respect ban for the maybe Invoker. Could we actually consider a Monkey King mid? Like maybe takes the Monkey King. Would that be anything? Because
10
I
seconds
don't know. I
remaining.
feel like there's a bit of debate whether Monkey King is suited more towards the mid
5
carry role.
seconds remaining.
Oh, Lina.
LGD
This is
turn
most
to
likely going to be a this is the mid Lina. So I would definitely not run the Monkey King mid anymore. He is pretty fragile. He's just gonna get like snipered to death, even though it's not a sniper, of course.
10
He'll never
seconds
actually get close to
remaining.
that Lina. So I think you roam him, and I think you take something else here.
5 seconds remaining.
Not entirely sure. The OD is still in the
Reserve
pool.
time.
What about okay, OD Queen of Pain? I mean, that's something in which they could fall back to, unless they do really run the Monkey King mid. We'll see. 10 seconds left. Really running out of time. But the return of the Lina mid.
10 seconds
I mean, could we actually
remaining.
anticipate that coming out from? Is it only like a Chinese region thing, or would you anticipate that coming out from maybe the Western teams as well?
The Western teams, not really. I mean, we in Fnatic actually ran it for a while with Mushi, but that was not one of our more successful periods. I don't think it was about the Lina picking though, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
She really works as a laner, and if she gets a good start, she can really keep up in farm. But yeah, it's a Venomancer instead.
Maybe
so
Venom.
LGD, yeah, it's gonna be the right-click Veno. I'm looking forward to seeing it. We didn't get it last series, so
Wings.
let's see how much of this sustain and slow we can get out of him.
Mm-hmm. And not to mention the Venomancer from Wings. Well, that was a support Venomancer. This would be a core
Yeah.
Venomancer. He will actually be able to farm. He has that privilege. But Venomancer here, actually, with a well-placed Plague Ward, he could actually just mess around with the Bat Rider Blink. That's always the dream scenario. You get a very, very, very lucky tick. He can't blink and ends up not getting a lasso off. But also, I don't know, like right now if you Devoid, if Abaddon does end up going for that Radiant, that super cancerous build, that means you basically try to kill everyone else off. Not so sure about this Abaddon though.
Yeah, Abaddon is always really hard to kill. You sort of gotta keep him out of the fight and just let him hit you. Like he's gonna do that anyway. So they have pretty good methods to kiting him though.
I guess.
So they can lift him, they can stun him, they can leave him in the chronosphere. I guess one of the things Abaddon is gonna find fun is to stand in the middle of Monkey King ult and regen back up though.
That's true. Okay, I'm not sure if you saw on Reddit about like, Weeha going with that really weird courier snipes on the Monkey King thing. I'm actually surprised. Like,
Oh yeah, I've seen several of those already.
if we see one of those this game, that's like the dream for us, at least, you know, spectator value. Because the mischief is, I can't believe, I actually didn't know that if you use that skill, the towers don't actually, you don't take any aggro from the towers at all, which is quite annoying actually.
Yeah, you can just go wherever and wander around.
Believe
Ah,
that's
we
the
have an
purpose of the
Arcana
hero.
Juggernaut.
We do. Oh, all right. I was okay for a moment of time. I actually thought that was a PA bug.
And they're going to contest the rune already.
Pay to win. Yep.
And Abaddon is trading. That's fine.
All right. So the young Abaddon. We did see something similar
30
yesterday.
seconds to battle.
RTK actually played that carry Abaddon from the off lane. That was fun to watch. He was the top of the net worth, did very well. VGJ actually won wings with that, which was quite scary to see. Like, he took 3 ultimates and didn't even die. That was the power of that Radiance Abaddon. So this will actually be that roaming Monkey King. I believe Zai from Evil Geniuses has been playing that, and he actually spammed a couple of games that day. It was pretty fun to watch. Alright, so let the battle between Ame and Yang begin. See who has the bigger club.
The battle begins.
Nope, nope. Kips, we,
And they-
we promise to refrain from those.
I'm not saying anything.
Okay, okay. Oh, alright, just a tiny
wait.
pause. Alright, so he's talking about lag. 有点卡. Yeah, I know Twitch is probably gonna jump on the Kala thing pretty soon. But okay, while we have a pause, I'm gonna just quickly introduce the players. On the Radiant side for LGD, Yao playing on the Rubik, Ame playing on that Faceless Void, M99 on the Monkey King. He likes to play on these heroes like Ricky and Monkey King a lot. Maybe on the Venomancer, you have XZ playing the Sand King. On the Dire side, DDC playing on your Warlock. He's been playing that quite a lot, I believe. I'm actually pretty surprised if he's playing any other heroes at all. And on the Juggernaut Arcana, Ori playing the Lina mid. He's impressed us quite a bit. HYM playing on the Bad Rider. And Yang on that off lane Abaddon. So this is actually going to be that, I would
It's gonna be
say,
a support Bat Rider.
yeah, support
Position
Bad
4.
Rider. Something like the Slaughter.
Yeah. I mean, we were very impressed with his Blink Dagger timings and his efficient jungling in the last game. All of the rune steals. So I have no doubt that he's gonna do pretty well in this role.
And he started out with brown boots first. So with a couple of napalm stacks, even if you do flood out the Faceless Void, and he time walks away, that's basically an opening to kill him off. And with the Abaddon, it suddenly does not take diving a tower out of the question. In fact, it could actually be a highly likely thing to happen.
Yes, for
Oh,
sure.
look at the backline. Look at the Monkey King. He's just waiting for a courier or something. They don't dare to send a courier.
I do want to say that I have a bit of lag on my side, so I might not always be able to follow everything.
It's alright. You might want to do a quick reconnect. Sometimes with Chinese servers, that's how it is. We get a good one or we get a bad one.
See if we can trick the Great Firewall. Alright, I'm gonna be right back then.
Great
Try
try.
to...
Alright, so and not having that too good of a time, that caustic finale damage is actually quite painful as well. But the first blood, yo, they actually went for the kill. Yang, they're gonna get a return kill onto M99 in the middle lane. Ori, taking it from behind with that Monkey King staff. Oh, alright, I see that you've reconnected.
Yes, I have.
Oh, M99
And
is having
I
a
also,
lag.
I heard that, man. You can't tell me to not make any loot jokes and then go in with that. Come on. You're keeping all the fun to yourself.
Alright, I am guilty.
Anyway, it seems like I'm not the only one with some connection issues.
Perfect.
Went
well
very
done.
smooth up until now today.
Well, the server was made in China, so just saying.
They are getting better at that, though.
They are. I actually lived there before, so it's not all too bad. It does have its moments. Although sometimes
I'd really like to go to China. But, well, we all know the story of Fnatic not making it to DAC.
unfortunate about that. Okay.
I'll be there one day.
Yes, and Twitch, please do your best to refrain. I know you guys are going to start spamming that. You guys can be like spamming those 2 words anytime now. But refrain, do your best.
I mean, if that's what's floating their boat, I would say go for it.
Exactly. So just try your best to refrain. I believe in you guys. Yeah.
So while I was disconnected, did Yang rotate mid
Yes, he
to?
did.
So that was an early TP support.
He got the assist gold from it, so not too shabby. Going for his roots in Quelling Blade. I'm not sure if I'm having a visual bug. I think it is, at least with the in-game microphone. So for you Dota TV guys, not sure if you guys can hear me. I hope you guys can.
And I hope you can hear me as well. Mine looks to be good.
Yep, your mic sounds pretty good. But yeah, I mean, right now, this is actually the battle of the Arcanas. I mean, considering that Monkey King Arcana came out a bit earlier, this is like, I don't know, pay to win. Whose Arcana is worth more, the Jug Arcana or the Monkey King Arcana?
Jug for now, I think.
No way,
But,
the
I
Steed
think-
set was way better.
That does not actually determine market worth.
That was the real Arcana, Kips. That was the real Arcana. It's like 260 Singapore dollars right now.
Okay.
I have regrets.
Yes. So do I.
Alright, so bottom lane HYM actually doing an okayish time because Abaddon did rotate to the mid. Yao does not have the privilege of a stick, so this is where HYM just floods him with napalm and hopes that he can get a quick burn.
I'll take your tribute.
Yang actually gonna take that HYM role for now and just sit mid for a while, or he can just trot back to the bottom.
Yeah, I think he needs to get back to bottom as fast as possible. Like, as an Abaddon, you cannot get behind. You need the levels for your mana pool. And if you get behind on Abaddon, things get ugly, basically. Because you have no good ways to farm your way back into the game. And the enemy can just ignore you when your damage gets too low.
HYM again
So
in this room.
HYM.
We'll see where he decides to go. The Primal Spring doesn't land. HYM, does he actually think about for the turnaround? No, he does not. He was affected by the slow. Wow, the turn rate was quite significant. But okay, top lane we haven't seen any action from the PA, so I mean Juggernaut, and yeah, that I'm not used to that icon on the minimap. It actually looks a bit like a PA.
It looks like a Leshrac to me.
Oh, Leshrac? I guess it's a bit of both.
Yeah,
Now
like I
going for
look
the
at the
spin.
minimap.
Hold on, does he actually get the kill onto XZ? I don't think so. He's just gonna go for the BMTP out saying bye, see you next time, goodbye.
TP back to his own tower, self back up again. He's not gonna miss out on any of the experience. But that's all of his regen gone already.
Maximum efficiency here, looking at the Monkey King once again priming himself for that spring. And he does have the Jingu Mastery? No, he doesn't. Maybe he could actually go for the extra point into Boundless Strike. He is level 2 though. Now he goes, getting the maximum slow out here. The double slow. Ori, you're not running anywhere, are you? Should be getting out. Oh, do they have enough damage? I think they do. Because the TP was cancelled, Ori will die. And maybe falls a bit low, but it's alright. They have a shrine to fall back to? No, they do not. So probably gonna wait for a bottle or maybe a salve.
Yeah, everyone on Radiant's already shrined up, and the Dire still have theirs up.
Oh, bottom lane, they're getting
So-
here. They go for the lift onto the Abaddon. Yang. He's actually gonna get out. Tanky, and very hard hero to kill, especially with the PMS.
This will come in handy.
Yeah, but I think he is already... He is still level 3. It's not really good enough. He'd like to be up there with the Sand King and the Faceless Void. But his trip to mid has cost him quite a bit.
Alright, so... Wait, you talk about Sand King. Sand King's 11-0. Yeah, Abaddon's actually quite far behind. Only at 6-3. The last hit shot. M99 still roaming around being a pain in the ass. Of course with that over Venom, you know, you're not really running anywhere. It's just a full toxic build. And he stacks, no stacks for HYM actually. Oh, he does, double.
He is also lagging behind in levels. Like, in the early game I really like looking at the level chart, and both the Radiant supports reach their level 3 way later than the Dire ones. So they do need to take care for that, because he can't keep sitting up in that tree. He'll get behind eventually, and it's just not worth it. Especially not if the Bad Rider is just jungling, and if the Warlock is just pulling and getting his levels up.
Yeah, they're really placing some emphasis here onto locking Ori down. Like you said, if the Lina gets a good start, she's able to keep up, and not to mention she can have quite a huge impact with the Laguna Blade. Not yet, of course, at that stage just yet. Monkey King decides, I'm gonna find a new target. Maybe for the bottom lane before Abaddon gets that level 6.
Yeah, and Abaddon is quite happy solo against the Faceless Void. They can just trade, and then if the Void gets too irritating, he'll just pop a shield and basically run at him. So they're setting up for him now, though.
Can they try for it? Yep, they will go for the Primal Spring into the Telekinesis, of course, setup. Yang doesn't have level 6. He's not getting it, even the creep is dead. So yep, nice and easy kill there for Army. Good teamwork, and that's a good rotation. Like you said, he needs to, he needed to get something done, and he finally got that one kill. Does he actually rotate top to try for DDC? Maybe for the Jug in the best case scenario?
The Jug is gonna be really rough because he has the Warlock sticking to him like glue, basically. And he also has mana up for the healing ward, so I don't think you're getting him down anytime soon.
Exactly, but they want to go for
me to get
Ori.
it
Yeah, Ori's just dead. Deep down, doesn't have the mana, but it's okay. Like you said, this guy's range is very, very deceptive. Like Monkey King, I'm pretty sure he's not a melee hero. He actually hits like a ranged hero sometimes.
Yeah, it's like a Doom or those drive-by PA crits you see sometimes. Melee range is not always melee range, and he is like, if you compare him to a TA,
It's a lie.
this guy has, yeah,
Just like
it's
the
totally
Ayo
a lie.
Arcana. Rigged. It was rigged. Yes, that's right. You heard
I
me.
voted Jug.
You voted Jug?
Yes,
Ah,
I did.
Disgusting.
Sue me.
I wanted more Ayo play. I like Ayo, even though I rarely play it.
I mean, I like IO when other people play him.
Alright, so they might be thinking about going to Yang here. They have the chrono, but the borrowed time gonna come out. They might even commit the first chrono for this, but it doesn't seem like they'll need it. Popping the borrowed time, Yang. Oh, now they pop the chronosphere, keeping him there. You're not running anywhere, dear sir. And like
and the
everything
Monkey King
else,
could
time
just
is
hit him
out
from
anyway.
outside the chrono.
There we
That's
go.
disgusting. Yeah, this Monkey King is really working out. I don't think Fiji's gonna let them have that next
Ooh,
game.
they actually get the kill on the top on XZ, using the Omni Slash for that. So it didn't look like he actually got the bar strike away. That's quite weird. I mean, even with the Omni Slash, you don't usually see a Sand King dying to such a lane situation unless he really messed up. So, alright, 5-2, Monkey King doing some work. Net worth, let's take a quick look at that. Veno, second. He's had quite a lot of help with the Monkey King. And Ori is behind by actually 700 gold, so that's quite big considering we're still in the first 10 minutes of this game.
Yeah, he is not having a fun time. Like, the Juggernaut has been free farming, but Lina getting behind is dangerous.
Excellent.
And especially now that we don't see a whole lot of jungle stacking anymore. Like, there's one stack from the Warlock, and he's going to...
Invisibility.
He'd like to get some more up, I suppose, but he's also taking some of it himself. There's not a lot of ways for the Lina to easily come back into this game.
Bottom lane, Yang still getting a ton out of this lane. Should be going to what looks like, yep, Drums of Endurance. So looks like he's just gearing up for the mid game. Synergize as well, since that's an item you usually sometimes see on Bat Riders. But okay, he really needs to be careful here, just in case the Monkey King rotates back. But I do send some action top. Or strikes away,
Yeah,
just in case.
Yeah, they did not want to take that fight into 3. Monkey King is not actually very good in a straight fight in this phase of the game. So they would rather get him back up in the trees, get him out of vision, and make sure he can surprise someone somewhere else again.
Did they
And
try
they
for a
should be going
smoke?
for smoke? Yeah.
Alright, so who is the first target? Oh, I think they're going for the Lina again. They really hate Lina. Just like some people hate the Lina Arcana.
Is under attack.
I mean, it's just not value anymore. It's Only the Dragon Slave, man.
Only the Dragon Slave. But top lane, they have to lift if they want to. Bat Rider not running anywhere, lifted higher up and will just die. So XZ gets a bit of help. Gets a bit closer towards the Blink Dagger which he wants. Maybe he's still happy to sit mid, going for that Dragon Lance, the right click build I told you about. Can get a couple more bashes. Void is out leveling Yang, but he looks like he will actually be going for Linken's this game. He has the Perseverance, unless I'm wrong and it's somehow a Battle Fury.
That would be very old school. I mean, maybe
Ori.
he precedes this game going really late.
Ori, Laguna Blade. Oh, love that. But of course, bit of help coming in from M99, and he's going to clean up shop. HYM helpless to just watch from the back as he throws some napalm stacks, but the monkey would just still walk it off. Almost level 6. He's going to be happy to take the lane EXP for sure.
Yeah, he'll just get tipped over that edge into 6, and he can do it for free now because the Lina is gone.
I just thought about something. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get frame drops when you have the Monkey King ultimate, the Wukong's command, and the Faceless Void Chrono at the same time.
Yeah, that's probably going to be fun.
It is. So, I did mention to you that is a broken thing, or rather that's why what makes the hero broken. Lagging your opponent out.
I mean, if it's in the game, it counts, right?
Yes, I guess. Alright guys.
That's
So for like future reference.
a very big discussion for another time.
Yeah, so like, you know,
So
for
they
future
are
reference.
actually going for the first tower on top here.
Yeah, now I was just
And
about to say
they're
like, any team which plays against your team, just ban Monkey King, because you actually might use that as a strat to lag someone out.
Not saying I wouldn't.
Yeah, it's part of the game, whatever. Alright, so Yang and Ori gonna take themselves to bottom tier 1, mid tier 1, still very healthy. Man, this Genji Arcana is just crazy. Going for the Manta style. Thinking, do you actually
And
go
I
for the thing?
like how you can see here that both teams have the same kind of idea about taking over their opponent's jungle. But Vici is a lot more aggressive about it. They really dedicated 3 wards to this, and they got one all the way up in the mid lane. Which is, by the way, also a very good ward for assaulting the mid tower. Because that way you can see if you can fight around the tower and pick someone off on the side before you actually go for the full frontal attack.
But it doesn't really scout out smokes, does it? Because usually when you want to smoke behind this tier 1 tower, the supports usually tend to TP to the tier 2, and then you just smoke from there. So
Yeah. So it's not against smokes, it's purely if they're defending the tower and they go off the side instead of hugging the tower.
okay. Alright, so the TP's to the
You
middle
can,
lane.
well, dive them without going through the tower.
Okay, but it doesn't give you vision like into the trees, that crucial part. But hold on, maybe to get a couple spells off, and of course that's gonna scare N. But oh, they actually get the chrono off. He's stuck in the Blade Fury form, but they pop the chaotic offering, landing the 3 heroes, and of course with that Wukong's command, doesn't seem like you're hitting too much, but they should be able to take the golem for sure. And Ori and DDC not really keen on walking to that big circle. They will get to kill off the golem, so I guess that's just one way of playing against chaotic offering. You just basically just throw out the Wukong's command and you just take care of the golem, and then that's it.
Yeah. It is with the Juggernaut getting caught there. There is not really any way for Vici to take the fight already. Alina's too low.
I mean,
The
considering he
badness.
has face boots and a Yasha, he actually moved really slow. That's how crazy the slow is.
Yeah, he is not gonna like his life against the Venomancer for sure. And the Venomancer actually has his full Dragon Lance completed now.
Money to burn.
Oh, and Rubik just stole Orthotic Shield, so that's gonna be really big, especially when you need to debuff the Monkey King. Or even
Yeah,
the Void for
that's
that matter.
Like, Aphotic Shield is, in my opinion, but I am a Abaddon spammer, is one of the best non-ultimate abilities in the game because you can just take off any stun.
Dire's bottom tower is
Pretty
under
amazing.
attack.
Or, you know,
Regeneration.
Venomous Gale. Don't care. It's just gone immediately.
Right, so they'll go for a 3-man smoke. XZ, Yao, and M99. Of course, they want to debut this Blink Dagger. So, like most K-pop stars, you know, I'm gonna be pretty excited to see whether this works out. But yes, they will get the double barrage strike onto 2 heroes into this big, huge staff. And now Juggernaut, will he actually die here? Moving away very slowly. The Arcana's not gonna make you walk any faster. And M99, is he thinking about committing for this? No, he's not. So, okay. That was the lasso and the Blink Dagger used. Didn't get any kills of it. So, LGD This is the cue for them to just go take the mid tower maybe. Where is your void?
Yeah, there
Top
was too much damage for them to.
Oh, they want to go here into Ori, trying for the stun. Now going for the burst strike. Oh, big into the 3 heroes. With Epicenter, of course, Laguna Blade now going into M99. There's that lag we're talking about, and actually he will die before even getting much damage off. Yao already with the double. But Ori, the healing ward, doing quite a bit of work, and XZ will be forced to burst strike away. Maybe doesn't want to dive to tower. Ame is here, has a Chronosphere up. Does he actually think about going for this? But once again, LGD still getting the better of that fight. Big Epicenter coming up with the Sand King.
Yeah, that was huge. They were clumped up a lot. That's one of the things with the Baron. You gotta really stay close because your ranges are so short. And that puts you exactly in danger of what happened there, which is everyone standing on top of each other and the epicenter just murders them.
And I think one of the big factors for them is that Ame still has the chrono. He's going to have a Lincoln Sphere up in a bit. So he can, after that, he can make him sway into some actual damage items, maybe like a Maelstrom, a Diffusal Blade, you know, whatever floats his boat.
Yeah, and he doesn't even have to build as much damage as normally you would, because the Venomancer is gonna do a ton of right click. We already saw it, the Juggernaut really couldn't stand against it. And that was a safe lane Juggernaut. He has been free farming basically. He's the only one on Vici that had a really good lane. And he's third in the net worth already.
Looking at Vici, going for a smoke, using the scan, they won't find anything. Meanwhile, you look at this really passive position coming out from LGD. They seem to anticipate the smoke, and they're not gonna be baited by anything right now. So, still looking at HYM.
They dewarded the ward behind their tower.
Ah,
So Vici also cannot see that where they are farming right now.
sneaky deaky. Alright, XZ. He does bump into Yang. Man, these two deep wards are still there. I don't think LGD have any idea on the vision which Vici Gaming have.
I don't think they do, but Vici also haven't really been playing around it, which is... Well, the wards are still pretty much mirrored.
Oop.
Neither party...
Round 3 again from LGD, yes, they will smoke one more time. We've seen this story before, like, I believe twice now. Like, they did it once for the first gang to help XZ, they did it mid, and now it looks like they will actually... Oh, can they actually find the Juggernaut here? That's a really big kill. If they can time the stuns.
They have enough disable.
They do, they go for the burst strike immediately into the epicenter, they need the lift. Oh no, what a waste! Yao was too far!
Oh.
If they got the lift, that was an instant kill, I'm pretty sure of it.
Yeah, but the Rubik had just a little bit too short of a range on the telekinesis. The Juggernaut gets off with just a scare. And in the meanwhile, Vici was trying to make use of their vision down bot, but there's no one there because everyone was ganking top.
So now with the chaotic offering off cooldown, they could actually try to think about turning around again. I'm pretty sure End is baiting right now. They did try, like you said, you know, Vici Gaming with that Invis rune on HYM. Unfortunately, no one bit the bait. Yang going to be building into that Radiance now that he has the Hand of Midas.
That's a long way off. And a Radiance is only really good if your team can survive for long enough to make use of it. And I don't see anyone but the Juggernaut having good chances at survival. The rest is all pretty fragile. So I think they gotta move with this Warlock ult. They gotta say, we're behind, we're not getting enough done, we need to pressure them in. Right now LGD is way more spread out than Vici. They're making more use out of the map.
Okay, so what's the next item here for your Monkey King? Oh, he's actually going for a Midas, so he's just gearing for the late game. And considering like 20 minutes in, you know, LGD, they have themselves advantage based on the kill score. I don't know, I'm still worried for this Lina pick. Like, we haven't seen too many Laguna Blades, the really big one.
That should help.
Yeah, mostly was the one unfortunate one on the Venomancer that just didn't do it, but... And it's time for the military siege again.
Here. Yang saying hi, that the Photic Shield already broken. They have a Chrono also eager to use it. But no, they actually break the Lincolns immediately with the Shadow Word. And do they actually get a kill here? Army, yep, he will go down. No Cronus, but it's really big, and Vici can now pursue for more kills. Young on the hunt. Ori, you can get the Yosep to lift. Now he will not find the initiation, so perhaps they can think about trying to push for the tier 1.
Yeah, they still have the rock up, but maybe is not interested in letting this tower go. And he already has 3 of those plague wards down. I don't think you actually get enough.
The Warrior Strike onto the Warlock with that staff again. Bang, goes down. What's the damage on that Boundless Strike again? Wow, 200%. Alright, so that's not fun to play against, seeing it's a physical stun as well.
Yeah, not at all, and the Venomancer can just follow up so well.
They won that Golem. Easy 100 gold to Yao. And that's actually going to give him his Blink Dagger really soon. If they take this tier 1, he basically has a Blink. And Yao can, it's his turn to initiate.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
It will be. And that's...
Dire's middle tower
all of
has
Vici are back. They might suffer a lot on the tier 2 here too. It's incredible. The LGD push just doesn't stop, and since their chaotic offering is down, they don't have very easy solutions.
Counter Strike misses, but the double Barrel Strike into the Poison Nova. Now, of course, with the Wukong's command, looks like both of them are going down. Wow. The upheaval slowing them just a tiny bit. And HYM, does he actually die here? Yes, he does too, maybe.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yang still trying to farm up as quickly as he can to that Radiant. He needs to get the Relic first as starters. So, LGD, I mean, we talked about how Wings did not ban any of Vici Gaming's heroes. They kept giving it away consistently. And Vici Gaming, they have a kind of okay-ish draft right now, but they're just getting outplayed by LGD.
Yeah, they are. The Lina really got shut down in the mid lane. And they did not get enough in trade for that. Their Juggernaut farmed really well, but he just can't get close, or the Venomancer just completely demolishes him. And they can always throw the Chronosphere on top if things get difficult. So I'm having a hard time seeing an easy way for them to come back into this game. Like the last time they killed the Void, they needed to commit the Omni Slash and the Rock. And honestly, that might be their only option, but as you can see, LGD, every time the Rock is down, they just push. Even when the Faceless Void died. They're just, alright, we're gonna wait here. Are they pushing into us? No, they are not. Alright, good, then we take your tower anyway, because you've spread back out to farm. Rock is down, you can't stop us.
Unless, of course, they somehow time the spells, right? You know, you break it and you use the Laguna Blade. But Ori is opting to go for the Bloodstone first to deal with her mana issues, and it's not exactly that huge nuke which she really needs. Unless she gets to the point of like Hex, then maybe they have a bit more luck. Because right now they're depending solely on using that lasso, and like you said, throwing out the Golem as well. That's not really that good. So I feel like a lot of it's boiling down right now to like at least trying to get the farm back up into Ori, and maybe some more onto the Bat Rider. Unless Abaddon gets to like an Abyssal Blade. Yeah, so, you know, there's super right click Abaddon.
Yeah, I think that's one of their options right now. Take it super late and make the Abaddon into a monster that just can't be ignored. Because they don't actually... What do you say? You can kite him on LGD, but killing him is going to be a bit of an issue if he gets that big. But that's a long way off. We're just at 23 minutes here.
Yeah.
And I think that this Monkey King here is, with his Midas, is going to be making quite a big difference.
A huge pain, and it's not just the DDoS command, but you also want to bear in mind, like, this hero, once he gets more tanky, it's also really hard to kill him in that ult, because once you go in, you're very likely to get bashed. And that's without factoring the fear factor of the Faceless Void. Like we haven't seen those super big Chronos just yet, but when we get to it, it's gonna be really scary. It almost feels like Vici Gaming are kind of being forced into this unwilling position of going into the late game. Because when you have a Lina, you usually want to hope for a mid-game dominance, not so much trying to drag it late.
Yeah, exactly. But he could just not get up on that. He got really heavily punished in that mid lane. And that's what you get for running the Bat Rider support, I suppose. because it's not one of those supports that can just sit mid and make sure everything goes alright. You gotta do more with that Bat Rider.
Mm-hmm.
So the Lina was left to her own devices, there were no stacks. And he's just not a threat right now.
Money to burn.
Look at that flanking vision from LGD. You see, they really want to get someone in the defense of that tower without actually having to go through the tower itself. So mid is going to be up next again. They are not interested in the bot lane at all.
Dire's bottom tower is
I mean, who
under
needs
attack.
side lane? I mean, you can just go straight mid, take all these easy objectives, and maybe even to a tier 3, but we'll see. Void, I mean, so far, like Vici Gaming, they did manage to get some really nice deep wards. Hell, they still have it, but they haven't been able to do anything about them. Like, even when they tried for a smoke, I'm kind of surprised they went into, like, you know, the Ancients area near the secret shop, not so much going into the areas where they have wards at, even though they know
Yeah.
the heroes are there.
That's one of those things. Sometimes you use the vision
Oh,
to...
hold on, HYM top lane dying again to
Wait.
maybe. Venomancer, that right click Venom, man. It's the right click Venom. When you're so slow, he can get all the shots he wants in.
Yeah, and he is really tanky himself by now.
He's gonna have a BKB up, and he's actually queued up a butterfly as well. Jug's gonna need an MKB for that.
Radiant's
Oh,
middle
Bloodthorn.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, and he is nowhere close. He is
Radiant
going into the
structures
Mjolnir
are
himself.
fortified.
So hoping for some lightning procs, but yeah, he is not tanky enough to deal with this. A lot of hope is on the Abaddon that's split pushing bot right now. He nearly has the Radiance.
But it's not a game-changing
And-
item. Like, even with the miss rate and all, it's still not that big. And they take an easy top tier 2 for the side of LGD. More gold into the economy. 15 to 4. These
Radiant's
guys
bottom tower is
looking
under
like
attack.
they basically can end the game after Roshan.
Yeah, they're very dominant, and indeed, no one has been looking at Roshan yet at all. Unless they can get a pick off right now, they'll probably go for it. But yeah, Vici is really far back.
And don't forget right now as well, now that Army has a Blink Dagger, we can actually expect those really big chronos. It's easier for him. And because as well, like Rubik has the dagger, he got a really quick dagger. It's easier for, like, you're not so reliant on Army to start the fights with the chrono every time. So LGD's option to continuing to grow as compared to VG Gaming. Like you said, these guys are just backed into a corner. Okay, let's think really hard here. Do they try for a smoke, or do you, like, you need to make something happen? But right now they're just going
Yeah.
back to the farm game. So which alternative?
Yeah,
would
you
take?
smoke.
Smoke? Yeah.
Is, for example, when Ame went back to push out the bot lane just now, you could have been there with 3 people and caught him completely off guard. But he could just push out 2 waves and
Ooh, oh.
gather back with his team again.
I don't think they meant to do that. That was 2 smokes used.
Ooh.
Alright, and they know someone's in the Roshan pit because that scan, they caught the Rubik just outside. Going to try. Oh no, they actually missed onto the Sand King. XZ saw that. Those Spidey senses, and now they're going to back out from the Roshan pit. Don't want to go in, especially with the Warlock ult. So they will go back to their, well, I would say their own version of high ground. This Young will go back to theirs.
Yeah, and the smokes are down on both teams right now.
They're going back in again.
Like,
They're trying to bait it. They're trying to bait it out. Oh, they go for the burst strike immediately into the Abaddon. M99.
if they can
goes for
trigger
the
Battle
high
Build
damage.
here, yeah, there we go.
There we go. So no borrowed time. That could be really big. Now for the telekinesis lift. The healing ward gonna do quite a bit of sustain there, so bringing him back up to full HP. Shrine's gonna be off cooldown in 30 seconds. So that's one big thing they have. If they can stall the Roshan long enough. They
Yeah,
can.
how long is long enough though? What are they waiting for?
Well, let's
Battle
see
ult
who has
is
the bigger
nearly
balls
back up
here.
again.
Army still no damage. You know, it's a lot of faith in the rest of the team for the follow-up damage. He's already quite close to a Basher, and looks like they will actually give way to Roshan. No, no Firefly. Oh no, this could be a disaster. Is he just gonna walk in?
I mean,
Yes,
he has
borrowed
to
time.
results back up again.
Yes, borrowed time. Oh, it's gonna proc. They pop the Chronosphere and they get the Aegis. So without the borrowed time, of course, they're gonna pop that huge command ult. Young, they're not gonna get the kill here. So it's just him. I would say that Vici Gaming rather just wasting time, not accomplishing anything.
Yeah. They were not about, like, if you don't take the fight there, you just stand up on the high ground with 5 people. You could have been split pushing all that time. And they've only started to do that right now, which is
I'll take your tribute.
really not enough. If the Juggernaut has been pushing here for all that time, you actually give LGD something to think about. Like, are we gonna get tower damage? We need to take the Roche faster, something like that.
Oh, going for
It
the
might
burst strike
actually-
onto the Warlock here at the bottom lane. Still only at level 10. They get the slow. Actually, not just kidding. But of course, with that strike, looks like DDC, nice and easy kill. And of course, they proc the Jingu Mastery. So M99 is going to be very, very happy with that. Although he's just going to waste it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Chrono coming off cooldown in 1 minute. And still going to build towards the Diffusal Blade. LGD, I would say they're definitely more efficient in using their resources.
Yeah, they move way more efficiently. Though they didn't actually make use of the deep wards yet behind the mid tower, they're just going for the bottom right now. And Yang going in to defend, even though he has very little mana right now. If they commit, yeah?
He's
they're
actually
gonna
going for an
TP in the Warlock
Octarine
right
Core.
now.
Okay, that's really ballsy, but hold on, looking at him, they're trying for it. Oh no! Trying for the counter bar strike. All these spells just missing here and there, but at least nobody dies on the side of LGD or Vici. So both teams will be happy. Getting a bit of a scare, but maybe just gonna start building up his little wall. He's gonna start building a wall of Plague Wards just to mess around with the enemy team. They get the bar strike again and the slow onto the Abaddon. Looking for the flame break to push them back a bit. But Yang, can they at least proc the borrowed time? No, they will not. The Shadow Word heal is gonna be there, and oh, I thought they would have a shrine, but no. Ori in a bit of trouble there. Might be getting caught out. No, Bar Strike misses. Ori gonna lead the Light Strike array and just run with the fiery stacks.
Yeah, he was split pushing all this time. And
Smoke.
it actually forced a reaction, so the pressure is off of the bot tower now. And Yang can actually farm up a bit more. And here's the kind of smoke that you want to do to catch people.
This one looks a bit better.
Just-
I am pretty optimistic that it might work out, and smoke breaks. Oh, Ori.
They go off to the wrong side.
They cannot catch a break.
They really can't.
Like right
So-
now, I mean, I want to say that Vici Gaming, every time, or rather when they had the vision, that felt like the period of time when they could have tried for smokes. LGD had no idea. But now that the wards are expired, this looks very, very bad. LGD gonna assert more dominance on the map, pushing out the middle tier 2.
Yeah, and they didn't leave any wards during that last excursion either. So now they're completely blind.
This
Is
doesn't look good in the slightest bit.
2 creep waves in. They're gonna have a really hard time catching anyone off guard. They'd need to go all the way around.
Doesn't seem like they've even contested tier 2 because of the Chronosphere. You have the Bar Strike initiation and 3 Blink Daggers actually for initiation on the side of LGD. Vici look like they're running out of answers very, very quickly. And I believe Aegis is expiring already. No, it's still there, just for a tiny bit more. Should be expiring on the Veno. And we talked about that
Yeah.
split push. Ori, don't think he can really split push that nicely. I guess maybe he can cast a couple of spells, but we'll be opting to go for the Shadow Blade next. With the Shadow Blade, who do you want to catch if you're Ori?
The Rubik, the Sand King already has a hood up, so that's gonna be a pretty tough kill.
Oh, hello,
The Monkey
Yang.
King has a
Go
flasher.
for the lasso. Omni, the chaotic offering. Oh, actually, that's a nice chrono catching 2 heroes. The power time will be propped. Omni slash at the backline and will find himself a double kill. The Laguna Blade, but he just time walks it all. 3 heroes already down. This looks to be the team fight that Vici Gaming desperately needed. And LGD losing 3 will just run away with their shame. Void not able to kill anybody.
Yeah, I am very surprised that LGD positioning so aggressively when their Venomancer was just pushing out bot. He is the main part of their damage, and he was just not there for that fight.
Indeed. And okay, hold on. Let's take a look at talents for now. Lina, not so much the right click, actually choosing to go for the minus 30 seconds respawn time and the 125 cast range. So she's like that huge nuker. Wouldn't be surprised at some point if she thinks about a refresher for the double Laguna.
Yeah, I could definitely see that happening for now though. She actually got a lot of Bloodstone charges up. So that turns out not to be a bad idea at all.
We can look at
I
the
was
Abaddon as well. 15% cooldown reduction, and you imagine the Octarine Core in. Ooh, this is one annoying and tough to kill hero for sure.
Yeah, and the net worth, which was steadily climbing, is actually dipping down again now. So Vici, even though they're pushed in, they keep
Radiant's
getting
top tower
enough
is under
resources out of
attack.
the map to make sure they
Radiant's
at
top
least
tower has fallen.
stay in the race. This
Looking
bot
at
tower
Army,
is
man.
still not down.
Dyer's
I
bottom
think this
tower
might be it
is
though.
under attack.
Yeah, that should be an easy
Dyer's
tower.
structures are
And
fortified.
Vici Gaming, again, not gonna bite the bait.
Radiant's middle
Seems a
tower
bit too
is
good
under attack.
to be true.
Dyer's
So Army
bottom
with that
tower
invis
Yeah,
rune
under
won't find
attack.
anybody.
They're split
Radiant's
pushing
top
instead
tower
this
is
time, and you
under
can
attack.
see that both creep waves are all the way over here. So this is not actually a very favorable position for LGD.
Dyer's bottom tower
They
is under
gotta
attack.
commit all in on this lane, because if you
Radiant's
go
top tower is under attack.
back, you give so much space to Vici. But yeah, Vici only have the Warlock standing up on the high ground, and he's just waiting to take care of the creep wave once it reaches his tower.
Alright, so DDC still trying to build towards that Hand of Midas so he can scale a bit better. This guy is dirt poor right now. Under 3,000 net worth, but hey, at least it's not like the bench from the previous series. Now that was a very sad bench.
That was I just want to hug him. No
Right.
money for anything.
Going for a smoke. Wait, did they have a gem on somebody? No, they do not. But yeah, they were just making sure no wards. Not sure how though. They put
Like
a plague
they-
ward up there.
They should be getting, like, at least Vici should be getting one on the Bat Rider pretty soon.
Hold on.
I'll take
We
that
might be
as
seeing
my
something coming up here. Oh no, they're just baiting Army out right now. But XZ going for the flank around. Does he find anybody? The smoke break looks like they will find Yang again. This Abaddon just cannot stop running into enemy heroes. And of course they realize that, hey wait, this guy is too tough to kill with the Octarine Core. They back out. DDC of course
Yeah, I
waiting for
mean-
that chaotic offering.
If I'm Vici and the Abaddon keeps tanking the gank, I am so happy. It's like the guy you want to get caught. That's a smoke basically wasted. But the aggressive vision is up again.
And if you're LGD, the only thing you can do right now is wait for Roshan. And before you try to breach the high ground, get maybe that BKB up on the Faceless Void. Veno could think about the something else. I don't know. What's his next item here? Does he still go for the butterfly? He actually went for the Hurricane Pike first.
Yeah, he realizes he has need for a bit of extra mobility against all these slows coming out for Vici. I think a lot of it depends on where the Juggernaut is going next to. He has the BKB queued up, but he hasn't actually shown any components yet. So maybe he might just be waiting. Saying, alright, as long as you're not buying, I'm not buying either. As soon as you go, I go counter.
It could also be just in case the Venomancer does decide to go for that butterfly. And if you need to go for an MKB, you know, that's just one of the options which you need to consider. So either that or he's also saving up for buyback, that's why.
Like, on LGD, I'm not sure if
Hold
you
on, they
want
find the
to
lift
make
onto
buyback.
the Bat Rider with the Burrow Strike follow up. Bat Rider should be going down here. They pop the Chaotic Offering, landing to 2 heroes. But it looks like LG will just walk this one off. Upheaval, however, being a huge pain in the ass. Now the BKB onto maybe, and a nice chrono. Oh no, catching 3. Oh, that's the goal of my bad. Okay, but the Wukong come on, and now that's a nice epicenter gonna kill the Juggernaut. It seems like no, actually, Kami gets a nice kill, and the Golem kill as well. Now the telekinesis lift, pulling Yang back, and of course there we go. Wukong's command is gonna expire, and that was a pretty big fight for LGD as they get a 2-for-1 trade, getting pretty big kills, especially on the Juggernaut, slowing down his BKB timing.
Yeah, but they did trade maybe for that. He was just a bit too eager to get that kill and too far forward into the counter initiation. And the Abaddon has no problem living through all of that. He really healed up again during the Wukong's command, and he can now... Well, if they want to pressure right now, they could actually do it. Like, there's only the 2 big heroes down, and I think Vici, if they do something now, they actually have a bit of an edge. But they're just using the space to farm instead.
I'll take your troops.
Right, so would you be concerned because wait, hold on. Am I looking at this right? He went for a Blink Dagger, or did he already have it? What? Abaddon.
Abaddon? I don't think he had that yet.
Okay, and he's going for a Lotus Orb next, so that's gonna take care at least of a bit of his mana issues. He can debuff so many things, man. This guy is just gonna be a huge pain in the ass. And if you're LGD, you're going to be very worried about how you're gonna kill this Abaddon right now, because he's just gonna carry them to the late game, that's for sure.
Yeah, it actually happened. It pulled through for now.
Man, he's
And
just running in.
He does not give a lot of fucks.
Now, Kips, language. Family show.
I'm sorry.
But okay, the next
I'll chalk
big
it up
talent-
to being Dutch.
Ah.
Not my late native language, man.
Alright, so we look at the talent tree, like the next big one for Venno, it's either the minus 60 seconds respawn time, or you have the 3 times Plague Ward HP damage. Now that's something we can look forward to. Yang already level 25 with plus 300 Aphotic Shield health. Oof, I can see the appeal behind this hero now. Like VG, no wonder they were okay with dragging this late. If anything, let's just look at like Lina. She's continuing to go for that extra attack range kind of thing, and the cast range. Now what's next? Dragon Slave cooldown of Fiery Souls.
I think she's kind of doubting in her build here, because the attack range part is like suits the Shadow Blade and the right clicks, but she also has an Aghanim Scepter queued up right now.
Yeah, which is quite strange. You would want to go for the 6% spell amplification, I believe.
Yeah, I would. So I'm not sure where she exactly wants to take this. You could also go for right click damage here.
Yeah, she has pretty decent right click when you get those fiery stacks piled up. Alright, what about Monkey King? This guy's DPS in the fights are actually getting higher and higher. He has a Deso, he has a Basher, and if he gets a BKB, there's no real way to kill him. Oh, they go for the Burst Strike onto Yang, but they did kill her for M99 already with the Omni Slash. Now going for an Epicenter, they want to kill this Juggernaut right now. Going for the Burst Strike, they need to use it. But he's gonna pop the BKB, clear the offering, letting in 2 heroes, and there we go. Ami forced the time walk out. Going for the lasso. They actually kill off maybe. And Ami also going down. Oh, this is really big. LGD to kill off 4. I mean, VG kill off 4. LGD are just dropping to the floor, and oh my god. This just opens up the Roshan.
Yeah, it does. The Monkey King just got caught off of the side before the fight had really started. And then LGD was basically committed into a very chaotic fight, up into a high ground. And they were just not ready for, especially for all of the tank and sustain coming out of that Abaddon. He's just running around placing wards for his team right now.
Yeah, if you're him, you're
Go
definitely
anywhere.
not worried. He can go wherever he wants. And LGD, they've run out of steam. It looks like VG Gaming, these guys.
Radiant's top tower
I mean,
is
presumably,
under
I would have thought that by now LGD would kind of scale better, especially since, you know, you've got Monkey King, you've got Faceless Void, but nah, these guys are still in perfect form to carry this out late. What a game 1 this is turning out to be.
Yeah, like Vici just holding on and clearly turning things around by now.
Alright, so
Let's see.
do you agree with this Lotus Orb? Would you, or wouldn't you feel like he needs some right click, some lockdown, like in the bash into Abyssal Blade? Oh, Assault Cuirass, okay, that makes more sense.
AC. Yeah, I would say AC. The other option is, of course, Aghanims, but they don't actually seem to have any trouble surviving right now.
Exactly, like,
So
okay.
I can definitely see him going for the more offensive option here. Now they're just asserting their dominance all throughout this jungle here. LGD are on the back foot.
Oh, they find the lasso, but the burst strike, and the lift was even quicker from Yao. Found the strike, they find the Bad Rider, should be an easy kill here. The Wukong's come on, and the Chrono catching onto 2. Abaddon not able to do anything. Gem is on the floor. Juggernaut gonna be caught into that Chrono. Age is gonna be popped. Army needs a couple lucky bashes. Can he kill off Yang? They still have the poison over. Epicenter coming in. Bang, bang, bang. Juggernaut. No, just kidding. And with that spin, he's gonna be still alive. Yang with that borrowed time, gonna be walking into the middle of the fray. Now the Omni Slash. Can he get the kill into Yao? I don't think so. He's actually gonna get out. But okay, maybe. Now that poison Nova. Trying to kill the Abaddon. Over in the back line, Ori getting dived on by Ame. And Yang looks like he's in alone by himself. They need that big strike. But they will off kill Yang, and goodbye. Abaddon finally goes down, and LGD, they win this fight this time. And they get the gem.
Yeah, that was a great lift. Come out for Yao. He
Those
just stops a
reflexes.
overeager Bad Rider right in his tracks. and suddenly Fiji are, well, they already lost their Aegis and they're basically stuck taking a fight that is not going to look good for them, and they lose pretty much everyone.
So
They're lucky that Ori can get out on the back end of that.
And you've got a bit of a queue coming up right now as they want to push the siege. Yep, they will force the buyback out from the Abaddon, so that's going to be a big plus over there for LGD. Oh, I don't think he meant to try and walk there, but okay. Ethereal, wait,
Yeah.
Ghost Scepter on Monkey King. Okay. Is this like an Ethereal
mean-
Blade?
I think it's mostly for now to make sure he doesn't die while getting the command off. Because the Abaddon can just stand in there and try to kill him, even though normally no one would fight into the Thunderdome, as it were. The monkey cage. And
I think you want to bear in mind as well that one of the big notable points from that fight is that LGD realized, okay, yeah, we can kill Vici. You just have to kill everyone else off first.
yeah.
Like you said, you know, that's all you can do. And that's what they did. So they are listening, Kips, they are listening. Right.
I like it when teams do that.
Alright, so Army. Oh wait, hold on, they go for a smoke, but Army's actually queuing up a moonshot. I mean, that's technically the only item he can go for right now, unless he gets rid of the blink and goes for like a bloodthorn, or maybe even the manta style. Because he has the BKB, so he wouldn't really need to worry about any
Yeah.
silencers.
I am not sure which items you'd want to drop right now. I think the moon shard is a very good choice. Less sure about the choice for this smoke though,
Excellent.
because clearly they're looking for Fiji as they were farming up, but there was no farm going. They were just pressuring out bot as 5.
Anyways, smoke is expired. LGD, you know, going for a bit of a tour around the night safari in the dire jungle. And VG Gaming, they dodge it very nicely. Good game sense coming out from them. I think they realized that, okay, the lanes are kind of pushed out. No one's farming it. Something must be up. So, the spidey senses tingling on the side of VG.
Yeah. And the lanes are going to come back into Fiji now. So all LGD needs to do is have a bit of patience basically. And they can get the map superiority back. And Fiji, they were so secure after that first big fight win, but now they are 5 again, always. And they are being really careful. They can't do something with the Bad Rider blinking to getting lifted again.
So that's why, just to avoid those kind of situations again, you know, HYM here is queuing up that BKB, something he really needs. Meanwhile, Arme is going to trot to the top lane, just making sure he can at least farm that a bit safely. But without the chrono, he can't show himself. If he shows himself top Vici, I think they actually would like to pick a fight going up against LGD.
If they see him top, they go into mid immediately. And if you're VG, I think you actually want...
Oh no, they find the
LGD
Burrow
to
Strike
engage
onto the
with you.
Lina. Top lane in the
Ooh,
lift
not like
back.
this.
Yoseps
Not like this.
Not like this. They want to go for the turnaround. The Wukong's come on, but they have true vision. The healing ward's going to come out, saving up with the Chronosphere, catching 3. And now they're going to find one big epicenter going back in with the Burrow. And they immediately take care of DDC. Ori also into the grave already. And 2 heroes down on the side of Vici Gaming.
Yeah, they were just not ready for that. It's like, I wanted to say, if they engage into you, you can drop your big ultimates, you can make sure that the Chronosphere doesn't do that much. But yeah, if your Abaddon gets caught in the Chronosphere, you can't save the Lina. And they can just kill everyone else while he stands frozen in time. So that was a tough loss over there. All the lanes are in, they have no idea what's going on. And Roshan is respawning soon.
I think
I
it
think
was
LGD
really
just has to
close
wait
as
for
well.
that.
Like, just to point out, like, okay, the healing ward was actually keeping him alive, or keeping her alive long enough, and I feel like DDC was only that far forward because he wanted to cast Shadow Word. But if he didn't, I would say he might actually have had a chance to counter-initiate with the rock.
Yeah, it was really close. But with the Lina being, well, that low, they were just like, LGD was just
Whoa.
a second faster.
Okay, I want to point out maybe like his actual damage item now. I thought Butterfly, but he actually went for the Daedalus.
Good old crit Venomancer.
It's been a long time since I've last seen a Daedalus, because now when you have Bloodthorn, you usually don't see this item at all.
Yeah.
Oh, they see
Basically,
Yang. Hold on, middle lane.
like,
They're going for the burst strike immediately onto him, and no more follow-up. They just want to bait some more spells up, but Armin in the backline, he gets the courier snipe. He's going to time walk out. Can Vici punish this? No, he's going to walk away. Easy courier kill of his life. And now they get the burst strike. Oh no, they both jumped each other at the exact same time. And now looking for the chrono. He has one, maybe immediately taking care of HYM. And he's going to the backline. He wants to kill DDC. Well, he dropped the golem. Doesn't seem like he can afford to keeping him alive. And then he's just going all the way inside the base. HYM now bang bang. Now the chrono catching two. Abandoned power time's coming proc, but it's going to accomplish absolutely nothing. And maybe he's just going to die there. Epicenter caught silly by the light strike array. So Ori does buy his team a bit of space. But no buybacks on the Warlock and the Juggernaut. This could be an opening which LGD needed to break the high ground.
yeah, great fight sense out of Ame there. He can just ignore the Abaddon, go around, split people off. Poor Bad Rider was again lifted and left behind, and the Faceless Void just kept going. It's like, alright, what
just
can kill me
ignored
right now?
everything.
Chaotic Offering. Let's kill the Warlock.
Well, he'll be back up in 15. He still has the golems. LGD still not able to really do much damage to the tier 3 towers. Yao getting the lift onto Yang. Put a ward down. So they do have a bit of vision. Can they pop the borrowed time? Yes, they can. But over the back line, HYM, is this going to be the dieback? Ame still going for him. You have to get the kill. So the tier 3 tower, this observe ward, they know that they have
Deep
vision.
for that one.
They cannot go. No buyback onto HYM. He's already bought back. And LGD will take themselves the first tier 3 tower of the game and potentially a whole lane of barracks and more.
Yeah, this is looking grim. Before they were just waiting for the Juggernaut to respawn, but now their initiation is gone. And
Smoked up Yang, blinking all the way in. He has the borrow time. Nice big ult. Landing the 4 heroes and immediately take care of the Rubik. And Armin just gonna purge off that Yellow Scepter, going straight for the Lina. They want to kill this Lina. Now he will just time walk out to safety. But there, the damage is already done. Gem is on the floor. Hold on, it looks like they still want to go for a bit more maybe? Nah, just kidding. So they're going to take care of the shrines right now, push up the top lane. M99 very, very close and on his way towards that Abyssal Blade. Probably has it, but he wants to save it for buyback. And
yeah, he is huge.
Butterfly.
That is not a support anymore.
oh, this game, pretty big stuff. So back to the talent. Which one did Lina actually? Oh, it's still not level 25. But okay, look at Void. Void went for the plus 600 time walk cast range. So if anything, he actually could consider getting rid of the Blink Dagger and going for like a Refresher Orb, for instance.
Yeah, I think that could really be worth it, especially to just keep the Abaddon out of commission. Like, you can do so much to his team as long as that guy is
Vici
done.
doing Roshan. Can they get this before though? Venom actually has a Satanic. They know it's really low. Can they go back in though? They actually get the Aegis. Yes. Oh no, Yang already got it, and now they already chrono 2 targets. They need to kill whoever they can inside that chrono. Oh no, and the epicenter to the backline trying to kill off Ori, but they can't kill anyone. The Omni Slash, can they kill? Oh, I think they can. Yes, Army goes down. And in the Wukong's command, they will immediately take care of HYM. Borrow time. 20 seconds. He has the Aegis. He actually could think about going back in. Ooh, those monkey soldiers do a lot of damage because Leo steps up into the air. They found themselves the Lina. Ori should be going down here. Not really just kidding. Of course, the Abyssal Blade just to stop the Abaddon in this track. We just want to go back in to get the poison over. Yang should be going down here. Yes, he can. And the Burrow Strike onto the back foot of the Juggernaut. He will buy back. Abaddon, where are you coming in? He's going to TP to the shrine. But the damage has already been done. And now they've used her up into the air one more time. And goodbye. Go back down. No, just kidding. She goes back up. Just teasing them just a tiny bit. And of course, both of them should be going down here. Yang, borrow time to the proc. He's going to be alive. Going to be running back to the base. Whipped at the Salkuras. Oh, I think this is over, Kips.
They're chasing him down.
Forward time. Off cooldown in 10 seconds.
I don't think he makes it 15 more seconds.
He does not make it. And of course, with him going down in Vici Gaming, they lose game 1. LGD in stellar fashion take it.
Yeah, they were really close to getting that game taken out of their hands. But they just held on. They capitalized on like these tiny mispositions out of Fiji, and they just pressured their way through this huge Abaddon.
I mean, there was a tiny moment of hope, wasn't there? Like when Vici won that top fight in the enemy, in their own jungle. That was really,
Yeah.
really close, but LGD, they took it back. And we did say that Vici Gaming, they were the favorites entering this series, but doesn't seem like it anymore.
No, I don't think so either. I really like the team fight decisions out of LGD once again. So I hope to see more of that in game 2.
Like, you can even see the dip when Vici Gaming had an advantage, but it just boiled down to that one time, that one extra fight where they were just kind of caught outside.
That one extra fight.
Yeah, so...
Where LGD initiated and Fiji could just survive it and pull through.
Uh-huh.
But that was a fight on top, right?
Yeah, that one where Lina got caught by the Sand King?
Yeah, no, that was the one after they got caught on bottom. The amazing lift from the Rubik to stop the Batrider initiation.
Mm-hmm.
That one was really important, and then the other one was, of course, the Lina pickup that nearly didn't work out, but it did.
Okay, but would you say this was like a draft issue, or would you say it was just like the way they executed the draft?
I guess I'm still not convinced by the Lina pick. If you have a Batrider support and you can't help out a mid like that, you need to have something that can either tank through more or escape in some way. So you might actually want to do something like an OD who can imprison himself or an enemy, or you get something like, I don't know, a TA who at least has the melt to get out, a puck. I'm not sure how well a puck would have done in this game because the blink cancel from the Venomancer and the tons of damage coming out of everyone.
Okay.
It's a rough game anyway.
It was. Alright guys, so that was only game 1 of this best of 3. We will be back for game 2 shortly. My name is Hades, joined by Kips. We'll be seeing you guys for game 2 soon. Don't go anywhere. Taking a quick break.